They say it began before memory, before names, when the land was still young and wild. The elders of the drowned village of Dreadhollow claimed the world was once whole, a single shape, until something came through. Not from the stars, not from the deep earth, but from a place without direction, a realm outside the maps of men and gods. From that breach came the first guest. No one knows what it truly was. Some called it a god, others a punishment. But the oldest fragments of text, written in a script no one dares translate fully, call it the one who arrives where he was never summoned. Its nature was not violence, yet death followed wherever it walked. Its presence unraveled meaning. Rivers dried to dust, crops turned to ash overnight, and people forgot the faces of their own kin until madness took them. At first, the villagers of Dreadhollow thought they could bargain. The chronicles speak of offerings left at the crossroads, bowls of salt, jars of honey, the firstborn lamb. But the guest does not want offerings. It wants remembrance. It feeds on the weight of memory, drawing the past into itself until those left behind are hollowed out, their histories gone, their souls thin and transparent as frost. The first family to suffer this curse was the House of Carwyn. Lady Muriel Carwyn's journal, preserved, though the letters twitch and bleed when read by candlelight, speaks of the night she first saw him. There was a knock upon the oak door, though the hour was near death, and no man travels the roads after dark. 3 knocks, deliberate, with neither haste nor pause. When I peered from the window, the mist parted, and I saw him beneath the ash tree. He did not look up, but I felt him see me. I cannot describe the face, for my mind slips when I try, but his shadow stretched wrong, as if bent by another sun. Her family vanished within a week. No bodies were found, only their clothes laid neatly on their beds, dust gathered in the shape of their outlines. From that year on, Dreadhollow began to wither. Children were born without names. Graves grew deep, but bore no inscriptions, for the stonecutters claimed the words would not hold. And still, on the last night of every autumn, there comes the slow knock on one door in the village, always 3 times, always choosing a new house. But here is the part they never tell you. The guest does not merely take. It leaves something behind. Those marked by its passage begin to dream in tongues not their own. They wake with black soil beneath their nails and the taste of iron on their tongues. Mirrors refuse to show them their faces. Over years they become strangers within their own bodies, until finally, on a night without stars, they walk into the marsh and do not return. Some whisper they become like him, and yet the curse is not bound to one place. When Dreadhollow finally drowned in the Great Flood, the survivors fled across the continent. They built new towns, carved new names into stone, raised walls and cathedrals. They thought they had left the guest behind. But it followed. Records in distant monasteries speak of villages where time faltered, clocks ran backward, shadows stretched against the sun, and the dead were seen walking for 7 nights after burial. Always, before the calamity, there is mention of a stranger in a dark coat, his footsteps silent, his presence thin as smoke. Across hundreds of years, the pattern is the same: a door, 3 knocks, a family forgotten. Some sects, the Order of the Hollow Veil, believe the guest is a herald, preparing the world for something far worse. They call that coming event the quieting, the moment when memory itself dies, when even the gods will forget their own names, and everything collapses into a silence so complete no thought can exist within it. But there is another older text hidden in the black archives beneath St. Icarian's Abbey, which hints at a darker truth. The guest does not come to us. The guest comes from us. If that is true, the legend is not about survival at all. It is about inevitability. The guest is what waits at the end of every human story, the last witness, the one who remembers when we can no longer bear the weight of remembering ourselves. and perhaps that is why no one has ever seen its face, because, in the end, it is our own.